Hey ratbags, it's Jade. I've just finished watching the live stream from PAX East where Grounded was showing off the last update coming to Grounded. Yep, apart from quality of life and a few additions maybe to change balance, this will be the last planned update to come to Grounded. Huge amounts go into New Game Plus and how it's going to add replayability in a huge way for Grounded. How you're going to be able to buy physical copy editions of the game finally. Teleporters in Grounded, brand new ways to get new weapons, infuse your gear, and Ant Queens are being added. 3 of them. Let's go. I've got all the details. Make sure you leave a like. So I'm not going to lie, the Grounded devs spent a bit too long reminiscing maybe before showing us the juice. We want to see the juice. And this isn't all the announcements. They said explicitly at the end, there's a lot more to come, a lot more to be announced. This is just one of the main or big features. So let's cover New Game Plus. The secret door that we've been all waiting to see what it will reveal is going to be how you start New Game Plus. You are going to have to defeat the Mantis, the Broodmother and the Was Queen, as well as start the Mixer before you can take on and have a New Game Plus begin. They didn't put how many limits there are. It does look like you'll be able to keep playing New Game Plus over and over again. There is no new boss behind this door and there is no new boss added to Grounded. Looks at things, you won't have to defeat the infected Broodmother. It does look like it's just a regular bog standard one. And you don't have to even defeat Schmector by looks of things either. This is how you start New Game Plus. So New Game Plus will have your buildings, everything you've acquired there for you when you start and begin this new version. It's going to add randomized infused bugs that you will have to fight, and you'll be able to also see changes to the environment, like the color of the trees, the color of the sandbox. There'll be new branding on packaging that you'll see around the backyard. New creatures are going to be challenging to fight, and so we're going to need the yoking station to go ahead and upgrade our weapons and infuse them with new candies to progress past level 9, as well as the addition of tier 4 weapons being added, including a brand new hammer. It looks like we'll be buying the recipes for some of these new candy infused weapons from the science shop, and it looks like you'll get lots of science by defeating the new infused bugs. Each time you begin a New Game Plus, it has a different chance, I think, from giving you different types of bugs that will have infusions on them, making them more difficult and having random attributes. We saw this tick here that has explosive damage on it as well. As you would expect, all the enemies are going to have maybe more health, do more damage, but some of the infused ones will also maybe be more speedier. It was a bit of a shame they didn't really have someone with a lot of experience with Grounded doing this, as they weren't really playing the game that well and ended up showing a lot of just the revive screen. But we did get to see an infused wolf spider as well, and like I said, it's got a chance of having a different attribute, a different new attack effectively. Whether that'll be firing sour lightning balls, exploding, this is the idea. They're all going to have much more health, and yes, you are going to have to deal with their new abilities. This will apply to all the bosses on the map as well. All bosses will now be infused and again may have some brand new attributes. They will move faster and it looks like some of the arena fights will be slightly different. In this case with the assistant manager, the lasers are going to turn independently of each other and you still got a chance of Teas spawning that may have a chance of being infused too. The infused enemies are going to drop brand new trinkets that you can use with new attributes that will be randomized. You can then break these trinkets down and you will get a brand new jelly which you'll use to make the fully yoked station and go ahead and craft the brand new infused weapons like the sour katana. There's going to be a new variant of the super duper mixer. It's now the D duper and this is where you'll break down these trinkets so that you can go ahead and use them to craft the new stuff. New Game Plus will offer now randomized new molars to carry on upgrading as well. These will be in different locations each time, as well as new raw science that will also generate in new locations. So it definitely looks tough. These new creatures, the infused ones, like I said, they've got a random chance of some of these appearing in the yard. Doesn't mean every wolf spider will be infused, I don't believe. I just think it has a chance that some of these will be infused when you come across them. You can see there the raw science that they got 3,000 and obviously a bunch of new stuff. The infused ooze looks like that is also something that will be used to go ahead and craft some of the new stuff. And yes, the ant queens are added to the game, but they're not technically bosses and there's going to be 3 of them, 1 for each of the different variants of ants in the game. Black ants, the fire ants and the red ants. Here we've got a black ox beetle guarding the boulder that used to be there, and that's the tunnel now that will take you to the fire ant queen. So these are going to basically want a treat, a piece of food from you. In fact, you'll have 3 options. 1, to give them something tasty that they like and you become friends with them. 2, to feed them poison. Or 3, it does look like it's random choice. So I'm guessing Sandoz is some sort of Americanized food. And then, yeah, a poisoned donut sando, a tasty donut sando. And you can see here it says that it's going to be the Fire Queen's favourite food. And you effectively get, if you treat it nice, a brand new baby fire ant pet. Yep, ants are finally arriving as a new pet that you can have. Also, you'll be able to pick up ant pheromones that have been in the game for a long time in the game files as a resource that you can just pick up next to the queen. So I do think it is going to be the case. We are going to see a black ant. We are going to see a red ant, little companion that you can have as a follower. And these all won't die anymore in normal mode. They're pretty much resistant. They didn't reveal what the pheromone will do. I'm still going to think and have a guess and say that it'll be some way that we'll be able to control ants. And it wasn't revealed what will happen if you poison it. I'm guessing you poison it, you'll be able to get the body parts to then go ahead and make an ant scepter. That's been shown off in the trailers, and that will be part of the new tier 4 weapons. And praise the lords, they've added teleporters. Yes, this has been one of my top 10 most wanted items absolutely since the Playgrounds update came in and beforehand, and they have added it. Exactly like it works in Playgrounds, although you'll have to go and buy them. They're deployable, so I don't know if you'll be able to craft them, but you will be able to deploy up to 100 of them, and from the science shop by looks of things, and place them around just like you do in Playgrounds mode, taking you from A to B. A fantastic addition. I think this will save a lot of time and effort from having to build lots of pylons for zip lines and stuff. So great, I'm going to be using these all the time. There's going to be 2 new mutations, I do believe 4 brand new achievements to go and get. The 3 new trinkets that have a chance of dropping are apparently called cones, crinkles or waffles, and they're the ones that you'll be able to break down into something else if you don't want to use the random attribute that is applied to them. So there's a huge amount of replayability here, added procedure regeneration to keep the game fresh and live, considering it is going to be one of the last ones. One of the trinkets gives or attributes stamina surge attributes, so that's going to give you more of that, and summon crits, so basically your pets will have more chance of doing critical damage, I'm guessing. Yeah, and as I said, there will be 3 of them queens. They're not technically boss fights. I'm not too sure if we're going to fight them if you do decide not to be their friend. It looks like the poison will do the job. No, the lizard has not made it. They categorically ruled it out, just like they said with no new bosses. The 3 ant queens will be in just regular vanilla mode, so you don't have to panic. You won't have to play New Game Plus just to fight them or see them. So that does mean the scepter will be a tier 4 item you'll be able to mess around with. Likewise, I'm sure the new hammer. We saw a bit of this alongside the Coltana or Sour Coltana at the start of the stream. It's called a Walpino hammer, or Wallopum hammer, I'm guessing. Bunch of other stuff obviously shown off, including the brand new rugs. There looks to be at least 5 of them. Burgle, a Weevil, a Bee, and I think something else as well, like Raw Science, as well as a brand new item that you can make from the Termite King, a Termite King organ. It actually plays when you press it. I'm not too sure it's going to work just like a keyboard, but it will play a funky little song. Now, when they had New Game Plus, the new packaging was on some of the new things like the Wormhole Sours. That has now been called something different, Spicer-Topes. So it does look like there's new candies added to the game as well now. But I need to get that 100% confirmed. That was something that was shown off in the stream or mentioned, but it wasn't 100% clear. So yeah, we'll defeat some of these infused creatures, dismantle the trinkets they drop, and some of the resources you get to go ahead and craft and make new infused weapons to go ahead eventually and take on the brand new infused bosses. Water creatures will also have a chance to be infused as well, so you're not going to be safe anywhere. And yet, through limited run games, you're going to be able to buy a physical copy edition. This last update, they basically say it's complete now. It's really feature complete. It's ready to go live across PlayStation and Nintendo Switch as well. There was no mention of the PTB at all, but they did say we're looking forward to showing you more on the 16th. I don't think there will be a PTB because it's launching on other platforms. There was no news about the Grounded animated series and no other news about potentially what happens in the future like Grounded 2, which I wouldn't expect anyway. So I'm pretty happy with New Game Plus. I think it absolutely answers one of the questions people complain about with a static map, that people get bored. So now there's new ways to play, new enemies to fight, new ways to get good, new items to unlock. I think this is a great move. They did say there's more features to be announced and come and being shown off. This does feel like this is one of the major beats. I would expect anything else to be shown off not to be as huge. They were going to try and show off maybe a new playground map or a special kind of playground, but due to technical issues they didn't get a chance. They have spoken in the past about adding variants of the sandbox, so you might have deeper water or other variants. I reckon something like that will be added to the game too. So come and read the patch notes that I've listed in my Grounded Discord channel. I will keep you guys in the loop. Expect smaller videos taking a look at this stuff and giving my opinion. And yeah, I'm really excited. I think this is a great move. I'm sad it is the last update for Grounded, truly. It's been a big part of my life for the last 4 years, Grounded. And yeah, it's just going to be emotional doing it for this time. And then this is the last real big content to get hyped for. But I'm going to be there every single step of the way. New 100 days incoming, guides galore. I will be there every single step. Until next time, ratbags, I'll catch you for more. P.S. The link to the stream is in the comment section down below.